In this video, we're going to go over instructions for virtual assistants on how to measure gutters on a couple different examples of homes. So we're going to go to Google Earth so that we can accurately measure the linear feet of gutters on a few different homes. So let's jump to Google Earth so we can do that. Might be a little bit laggy in the process. So here we go. So this is Google Earth. This is the tool that you're going to use to measure the linear feet of gutters as well as the linear feet of Christmas lights. Really, whenever we have to take a measurement, we're likely to use Google Earth. So this is a little tutorial of how to use it. So the first step is you're going to want to get the bird's eye view of the image of the address in question. So this is the home we have to provide a quote for, and then I'm gonna look at some of the neighboring homes too to be able to measure the gutters as well. But you have to get a bird's eye view image of the home. So we are right above the house positioned. You're going to have to navigate yourself a bit, drag and such, get familiar with the tool, Google Earth, but this is the view that you're going to have, bird's eye view right above the house, like right above the center point of the house, just, hundreds of feet in the air. So bird's eye view image of the home. What we're going to do now is this is going to give us a good opportunity to kind of like identify, okay, which angle, how is the roof geometry situated? Where's water going to flow? And ultimately, the geometry of the roof is going to dictate when water lands on the roof. How does the water run off of the roof, downwards following gravity? And then that is going to end in the gutter. So the gutter is going to be situated at the end of the roof where the water is ushered downwards, because that ultimately it has to have a mechanism to catch the water, and that's what the gutter is. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to move my head to try to reveal this. You're obviously gonna type in the address first in this little search bar. Once you're at the right address, then this is how you're gonna measure the gutter. You're gonna take this tool to measure distance and area, and then we're gonna go right to the start of one of the gutters at this house. So for example, this backyard, this entire stretch, the entire little gutter area in the back is what I'm gonna take a measurement of. So that's 55 feet from far left to far right. 55 feet, remember that measurement. I'm going to click at the start and then drag to the different points where there's geometry. So this is the front of the house that I'm measuring. I want to follow the exact roof line so that I'm taking an accurate measurement. So I'm going to click at each little corner of the roof, and then in between there, it's going to drag and take a measurement the whole time. Notice that the gutter here stops about right there. That's about where the gate is, but that's where it just about stops. You can kind of see it. So 55 feet in the back, 95 feet in the front, total them, that's 150 feet. Plus, this has a peculiarity, this roof does in particular, where it also has a patio cover. So this is an aluminum patio cover. This is pretty common. I'd say maybe 25% of homes have these, maybe a third, where it's an additional structure on the back of the house. And if it's a solid piece of an aluminum patio cover, it's going to have gutters. So this one, for example, does have gutters. So just like the base house, I'm going to take a measurement of the far left to the far right, because just like the roof, water's going to land on that structure and it's going to guide it to a gutter. So this measurement is about 25 feet. So this is 25 feet. The base house was about 150 feet. So this structure has 175 feet of linear feet of gutters. Let's look at a couple other examples right next door. Let's look at the house just next door. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my head a little bit out of the way, and then I'm going to drag the cursor. Once I click at the start of the gutter, I'm going to start on this second story section. I'm going to click on each corner. Notice how it's measuring in between, and then that was the entire stretch of gutter on the second story. So that's about 155, 160 feet. I'm going to say 160 plus this little section. Don't forget it, probably about 5-10 feet. Looks like about 10 feet, so 160, 170 total. And then I'm going to take the gutter on the first story. So now I'm measuring this gutter, exactly where the water's shedding off of the roof into the gutter. So the gutter is going to be at the end of the roof. So that was, what was that measurement? It was 170 plus, so 170 plus 40, so that's 210. And then this little section over here, 210 plus 25. So that's about 235, right? 235 linear feet of gutters on this house. And then let's do one more for good measure. So this is another 2-story house where it looks like just the second story is visible in terms of where the gutters are going to be situated. So I'm going to start clicking at each turning point for the gutter or the roof line. So notice I did not measure the walkway yet, so that's 185 feet, and then I've got to do the walkway. So 185 plus 30, so 215 feet. And then plus, so that was 215 feet on the second story. And then they have a patio cover in the back as well. So, and that's something I totally neglected to do on that other house is I forgot to measure the patio cover. But let's measure the patio cover so you know how to do that. So I'm also going to measure this patio cover, and it looks like it's about 30 feet across. So 30 feet plus, I think I measured 210 on this house. So 30 feet plus 210, 240 feet total. And then I forget exactly what I had measured on this house, but looks like the patio cover is a little bit shorter, about 15 feet. So you'd add 15 feet to whatever that measurement is. But there's several examples of measuring the gutter on a house so that it's an accurate measurement. And then also remember to measure the linear feet of gutters on patio covers. These homes just happen to have patio covers, but most homes don't, as you can see here. So that's exactly how you use Google Earth to measure the linear feet of gutters on